something that's coming up to share. In divine law, there is love. Allah made us and knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows the before and the after. He knows the finite and the infinite. He knows cause and he knows effect. He knows what happens in the immediate and what can happen generationally and then eternally. And so the laws that are given to us also from love. There is a aspect of love that is earned through striving, through listening less to the lower self and more to the higher self. There is an aspect of love that is earned, and the ultimate earning is Jannah and seeing Allah. Getting to actually see the one who made us. We're given entire new bodies, new constructs in the physical, so that we would be able to see Allah, because at this present moment we would get burned up if we were to actually see the one who made the universe, who made everything that exists, from the seen and the unseen, from that which we know of and that which we do not know of. And so I want to say that laws that are from God, within them is love. It's a container of love, so that all of the highest vibrational qualities can live, can exist, can thrive. There's so much in the backdrop that is bringing me, or brought me to this one point that I felt to share. Allah loves for us to be honored and to honor others. Allah loves to elevate us and for us to respect and elevate others. Allah loves that our name is said in a goodly manner in this world and with the angels. Allah loves that we get to feel the sweetness of connection that happens when we make salah, when we pray in the way that He taught us to pray, through revelations, through the prophets. And specifically, I'll say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In every period of time, Allah gave laws. And there's that show that years ago came out, Law and Order. And there's an interconnectivity between law and order. Without any kind of law, there is no order. Without law, there is chaos. There are laws that presently hold the universe together. There are laws that keep the sun in place, that keep us from flying off this planet up into the sky and out into nothingness. There are laws that keep the harmony between animals and human beings, among animals themselves, between the plants and the water, the air, the earth. And so we see that there is a harmony that exists until human beings begin to themselves go outside of the law, the divine law, and then everything suffers. everything and everyone suffers when we are outside of divine law. Unfortunately, we have been indoctrinated, many of us, into lineages that go back to the most rebellious one. And he makes the unlawful and that which is misaligned with divine law, that which goes against divine law, he makes that beautified. He calls people to that which bring immediate enjoyment, immediate gain, immediate pleasure, fame, feeding the ego. There's many aspects to this. But when we look at the world as it is today, when we look at ourselves, when we look at the communities, when we look at, on a global scale, every single hardship, every single oppression, every torture, whether it's the animals that we like to eat on our plate and the systems in place to keep that greed fed, whether it's the imbalance of creating a war so that countries like America can steal the resources and once again fuel their greed. And it goes on and on. All of this stems from being separate from divine law, being disobedient. And it's so confronting because there's the ease of being around those who do not have that conviction. There's an ease of being relaxed, being comfortable. And I'm speaking also from personal experience. There's a difference living in communities that have very high standards according to divine law and communities that don't. But it boils down to the individual, because an individual can be in a seemingly adherent community and still, as we have seen, do horrendous things. But it brings us to the pondering, or me to the pondering of that accountability and the self-accountability. And as someone said, making sure to have the proper checks and balances that aren't based just on feeling. Because as we know, as we can see, relying only on one's feelings and the fickleness of emotion can lead to detriment.